Hi and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a January transfer move to Arsenal. Now, starting off straight away with news yesterday about Mesut Ozil, that Mesut Ozil is staying put at Arsenal. And of course, there's been lots of rumours that Mesut Ozil could be on his way out. There's obviously been some sort of problem between him and Unai Emery since the start of this season. He's been left out loads of times by Emery because Emery said he's not suited the system. He's been injured, recent injuries, and lots of speculation that Arsenal might try and move him out. But his agent yesterday came out and said that, listen, Mesut Ozil is going nowhere, will not be leaving the club in January. And he put out a statement. He said, I prefer not to speak publicly about Mesut's situation, but given the recent speculation linking him with a move away from Arsenal, I do feel it's important to provide some clarity so that we can end this and focus on football. Mesut Ozil signed a new contract last January because he saw his future at Arsenal and nothing has changed in his mind. He wants to stay for the duration of his contract and maybe even longer. Mesut is 100% committed to Arsenal Football Club. He loves the club, shares its values, and does not want to go anywhere else. He's proud to wear the shirt and honoured to represent Arsenal on and off the pitch. He takes his responsibilities, including being selected as one of the club captains this season, very seriously and has a great relationship with his teammates, the staff, and the fans. In the last year, there's been an enormous upheaval for everybody at the club, and the first half of the season has not been perfect for Mesut. He has suffered from injuries and illness, and he's working hard to adapt to the different system employed by the head coach, Unai Emery. This may take time, but Mesut will give everything he has to help and make it work and bring success to Arsenal. So that is from his agent. Saying there basically that Mesut Ozil does not want to leave the club. He wants to stay, he said, even beyond his contract. And that should put that, I think, to bed. Unless Arsenal try and force him out, it's going to be very difficult for them to do so. Because right now, Mesut Ozil, he's just signed, as he said, his agent said there, a brand new contract in January worth up to £350,000 a week. And you know, he holds all the cards. The thing is about it, we've got a great player here, but we need to see it on a consistent basis. I like the fact that his agent has admitted that he's found it difficult under the new system, but he's working hard to try and play in this new system. But he really needs to get his act together soon because, you know, we're halfway through the season and we've not even seen 30% of what this guy can do. And, you know, for a club that's trying to get into the top four, we need our best player to be on that pitch all the time and to be stepping up. Funny enough, we did that poll on the 1st of January. I asked the question, who would you rather sell, Aaron Ramsey or Mesut Ozil? Now, 60% of you said you would rather sell Ozil and 40% said you would keep Aaron Ramsey, which was really interesting. I don't know if a lot of that is because, obviously, the day before Aaron Ramsey had scored that goal and come on and made a real impact. But 60% saying they'd rather sell Ozil. That was kind of amazing to me. Ramsey is going. We know that Ramsey is definitely going. We just don't know whether it's now in January or if it's going to be at the end of the season. Juventus yesterday openly talking about the Aaron Ramsey deal and, you know, when it's going to, you know, if they're interested, if it's going to happen. Of course they can do because he's now open to talk to anybody he wants from any club across Europe, apart from teams in the Premier League. And of course Juventus is one of those clubs. PSG are rumoured to be interested, Inter Milan. He's got a choice of a lot of clubs. This is what we're going to be losing. I ranted about this yesterday on Transfer Daily, the fact that, you know, we're making this guy leave literally, unless we get, 10, 15 million for him now in January, he's going to walk away for nothing. A 28-year-old international player has been a star player in the Premier League that every one of the top, look at the clubs that are looking at him right now. Juventus, Inter Milan, PSG, not little clubs. He's going to walk away to those clubs for absolutely nothing. Ivan Gazidis, the previous regime should hold their heads down in shame. This has been a disastrous transfer policy over the past couple of years. And we've, as I said yesterday on yesterday's show, Ramsey, Wilshere, Alexis Sanchez, who was playing last night, all of them just walking away for nothing or next to nothing. Serge Gnabry, you know, what did we get for Wojciech Szczesny? 15 million? I mean, you know, just a terrible, terrible transfer policy. Talking of Wojciech Szczesny and goalkeepers, Keylor Navas, when we spoke about this one yesterday, he continues to be linked with Arsenal. The reports are still coming out of Spain that Arsenal are going to pay £14 million to bring him in. David Ospina, who's been on loan at Napoli, Arsenal are going to make that move permanent. Again, doesn't look like they're going to be getting too much money for that. But they're going to make that move permanent. And the rumour is, because they're making that move permanent, they're bringing in Navas. But I don't, as I said yesterday, I don't understand this one. The Keylor Navas wants to play first team football. He's leaving Real Madrid because obviously, you know, they brought in Thibaut Courtois. He's the main man now and he wants to play first team football. We've got Bernd Leno. I don't get it, if this is true. But the rumour's very strong around it. But I just do not understand the Keylor Navas link. You've got Cech there. I know Cech's knocking on, but he's a more than able reserve goalkeeper. You've got Martinez there as well. But it does look, at the moment, if you throw in all the rumours, that this could be a deal that could happen in January. And again, the other thing that I don't understand, it's not a priority, is it? Goalkeeper. I mean, got goalkeepers coming out of our ears right now. You know what I mean? There's even Matt Macy. We've got a load of goalkeepers, man. What the priority is sorting out the defence and getting a replacement for Aaron Ramsey if he's on his way out. Now, one of those replacements could be the Manchester United player, Andros Pereira. The 23-year-old set to leave Manchester United. United seem to be willing to let him go. He's not exactly pulled up any trees at Manchester United. Not really had much of a chance, you could say, at Manchester United. But Arsenal apparently really interested in signing the midfielder and see him as a long-term replacement for Aaron Ramsey. Now, I've not seen anything from what I've seen of Pereira, and we haven't seen a lot of him because, as I said, he hasn't played a lot for Manchester United. But I don't see where he's a replacement for Aaron Ramsey. But listen, who knows? Who knows? He's just not really had regular playing time. You're not really going to be at Manchester United as a young player if you're no good. But Andros Pereira is a player being linked heavily with Arsenal this month. Gary Cahill, now we've been talking about this one since the 1st of January. Gary Cahill being linked with a move to Arsenal. Of course, he's available. Surplus requirements at Chelsea. They're willing to let him go out, possibly even on a loan. But it does look now that he will be going to Fulham. Fulham are the firm favourites to bag Gary Cahill. And doesn't look like Cahill will be coming to Arsenal, which will please, it seems, the majority of the fans who don't seem too keen on this Gary Cahill link and Gary Cahill move. But again, it's not definite, but Fulham appear to be the favourites to sign him. This is an interesting one. Diego Godin. Now, for me, one of the best centre-backs in the world. I mean, I know a lot of people talk about Van Dijk and players like that, but for me, the top two centre-backs have been Sergio Ramos of Real Madrid and Diego Godin of Atletico Madrid. He's simply brilliant. He's a leader. He's just everything you want from a centre-back. No nonsense. Just gets the defence organised. He's a brilliant player. Now, he hasn't signed a new deal yet with Atletico Madrid. That deal was stalled. He's 32 now, so he's knocking on. That's the only problem with him. But Arsenal, try and go in and make a move for him. His contract expires in the summer. He does apparently have an €80 million release clause. It's a bit unknown exactly what that entails, but he could leave in the summer. Should Arsenal make a move to try and get Diego Godin in the summer? He's 32, as I said, going on, approaching his 33rd birthday. Is he worth... he's getting older, isn't it? That's the only problem. I mean, as I said, one of the best out there, would instantly improve our defence. Available on a free in the summer. Wages will probably be quite high, but should Arsenal be looking at a Diego Godin? I'd really like to hear from you guys. Let me know in the comments below. Or is he just too old for you, or should we be looking for a younger player? Listen, you look at some of the best guys, another one of the best defenders around is Chiellini, Bonucci. Those guys are all past 30 and still doing their thing. So 2 years out of Godin, you know, who knows, man? I don't know. I wouldn't be against that. Another centre-back that Arsenal's been linked with is another Manchester United player, Eric Bailly. Now, Bailly was out of favour under Mourinho. Hasn't really figured yet under the management of Solskjaer. But Solskjaer seems to be open to giving everybody a chance. Under Mourinho, it looked like he would have been willing to sell him in January because they'd just fallen out. I think he's a good defender. I really do think he's a good centre-back. Should Arsenal be trying to make moves for Eric Bailly? Is he still available? That should be the sort of thing that Arsenal should be inquiring about. But there's a possibility of him. And Arsenal also linked to another centre-back. This time he plays for Torino. Goes by the name of Nicholas Nkulu. He's 28 years of age. Now, Torino only signed him in the summer for 3.5 million euros. But he's been brilliant for Torino this season. Lots of clubs looking at him. Arsenal said to be really interested in him. Torino are not the sort of club that are not able to hold on to a player. If they paid that sort of paltry amount of money for him and Arsenal came in and offered, I don't know, say 20 million, they may be up for selling him because, you know, that's a massive profit made on the player. But again, that is another centre-back alternative available right now. Do you, or can you think of any centre-backs out there that realistically Arsenal could get? And don't tell me Koulibaly, because with the way we're spending, no chance, right? So can you tell me anybody out there that you think centre-back position that you think would be a great signing for Arsenal? I mean, there's obvious ones. Maguire, but that would be very expensive at Leicester. Troops came up with a good one yesterday. I was chatting to him, and that's Dunk at Brighton. Very good defender. Bursting, you know, just on the verge of breaking into the England team the other day. What about somebody like him? Let us know. Leave it in the comments below. But thanks for watching Transfer Daily today. Do not forget to subscribe to AFTV. We're on our way to 1 million subs. We want to get there. We need your help to get there. But thanks for watching, and we'll be back tomorrow.